All right, for our ad, there is 3 things that you want to have in your ad. You want to have a hook, you want to have a benefit, and you want to have a call to action. Now, for the sake of this demo, I use this same ad copy that we're going to use for our text copy. This is the same thing that's in the voiceover on our video. Rex loved this toy so much that I went back and bought all of the inventory on clearance. I have 47 left. Get yours for 50% off retail. Join Rex in the fun and secure your toy today. So the hook. Rex loved this toy so much that I went back and bought out all of the inventory. That creates a sense of wonder, right? You see the video. Imagine watching that video, seeing the dog play with a toy. You know his name is Rex now. And you're saying, Rex loved this toy so much that I went back and bought out all of the inventory on clearance. That is a hook. Like, what made you go buy it all? Why did Rex love this, right? It captures their attention. It's a hook that creates interest. And that is what resonates initially with your viewer. That is what's going to hook them in, reel them in, and get them watching the rest of your video or reading the rest of your ad copy. Now you can make this, 3 paragraphs long or 25 paragraphs long or just a sentence long. If you could get this all into one sentence, that's totally fine. It works. That doesn't matter. None of that is important. The only thing that is important is that you have these 3 pieces: a hook, benefits, and call to action. So we have our hook up here. We captured their attention that Rex loves this, and we love it so much that I went and got all of the inventory. And then the benefit is I have 47 left. Get yours for 50% off retail. Now there's more benefit up in here. Rex loved it, so the benefit is it's a cool toy that their dog is going to love as well. But there's more benefit down here because they know that they're going to get it off. They're going to get 50% off retail. That's the benefit to them, is that because you got all the inventory and you're telling them it's so cool and your dog loves it, Rex loves it so much, the benefit to them is they get to get that same blessing that Rex got, and in a sense benefit from you getting it on clearance because you have 47 left and they're going to be getting it for 50% off. So the benefits are beyond the use of the toy, beyond the use of the product. The benefits can apply to the offer itself, that they're supposedly getting 50% off or whatever it is that you want to present, however you want to position it. That's up to you. The important thing is that you have a benefit here. The benefit doesn't have to be about money. It could be like, long lasting and doesn't break and sturdy and waterproof, right? These are all benefits as well. You could talk about any benefit that you want, but for us, for the sake of demo, the benefit is that they're going to get what Rex loved, and they're going to benefit from the clearance and the savings by getting it 50% off, okay? And then there's a call to action. The call to action is join Rex. Rex loved this, right? Join Rex in the fun and secure your toy today. So come and get it. That's the call to action, is telling them what to do. Like, secure your toy today. Join Rex in the fun. These are specifically telling them what to do. You have to tell the viewer what to do. If you don't do that, they're not going to do it. I mean, you would think, okay, I'm telling them, I have 47 left and get theirs at 50% off. But unless you're giving them a real call to action, do this thing, you're going to lose a lot of people. There's going to be people that are going to do the thing just because you said to do it. They might not even buy it at first. They're going to click over to the website or whatever. They're going to start taking action and might not buy it, but they're just going to take that action because you told them to. Most people have to be told what to do. That's unfortunate, but it's the reality. Most people have to be told what to do. So as long as you have these 3 elements, the hook, the benefit, and the call to action, you have amazing ad copy. Now we have other things in here. We have scarcity. We only have 47 left. That's scarcity. We have, savings. They're getting 50% off. So there's that. We have urgency. There's urgency in there. They want to get this deal. They want to save 50%, and they know they could only do it if they buy one of these 47, right? So there's urgency and scarcity in there. A lot of other stuff that's going on here. A lot of psychological stuff, calling out Rex as a name. I mean, there's so many other things that are going into here, and this is more advanced stuff. The only thing that you have to worry about right now is hook, benefit, and call to action. As long as you have a good hook, as long as you have benefits, and you have a call to action, you got good ad copy, okay? And that is, I've never seen ad copy that has all of these elements dramatically change the campaign. I have seen ad copy that leaves off one of these elements dramatically change a campaign. In other words, if you don't have a call to action, I could see you not making any money, but then you add a call to action and all of a sudden you're profitable. That happens all the time. But as long as you have all of these pieces, it's not going to change your campaign very much. Okay, so you could be comfortable that you have it right as long as you have a hook, a benefit, and a call to action. All right, back over in my ad account, I'm down at the ad level. And one thing I didn't mention in the previous video is back up here in the the ad set level, we have soccer ball conversions first run. Remember we created our audience and you saved your audience down here. You remember we made this audience and we saved it. What I would do is I would copy the name of that saved audience. Remember we made it soccer x dog or dog x soccer. What I would do is just copy and paste that audience name right here, okay? And now I'm going to take that and copy that whole thing, and I'm going to take it down to the ad level and paste it here in the ad name. Okay, now we have that consistency there happening. Now what happens is say you make multiple audiences inside of your campaign. Well, the campaign is just first run, soccer ball conversions first run. The ad set will have your different audiences. So say, soccer ball conversions first run, dog crossed with soccer. Or next one might be just dog, or a dog crossed with sports, or whatever your audience is, you're going to change that right there, and then you're going to name your ad the same as your ad set. Okay, so that's where we're at. We're down here in our ad. We've already set up the can for it, so we already got the create ad, manual upload, single image, multi-advertiser. We're going to uncheck that. And right here for media, we're going to select the video or create video, actually, let me take that back. You're going to select right here, add media and add video, and we're going to select the video that we just made. So I'm going to upload. All right, for whatever reason, it was giving me an error there telling me it wasn't uploaded, but it uploaded twice. So I'm just going to go ahead and select my video. I'm going to select next, and it gives you the ability to trim it, to edit it, do all of that good stuff. We're not going to because, well, we've already done that. And we made our video specifically how we want it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click next. And I just want to have original in all of these because, again, we created our video how we wanted it already. So I'm gonna click on done. And now it brings my video over here into this preview section to where I can see what it actually looks like. Pretty cool stuff there. Now, what I will say is that if you're gonna run stories or reels, I would do that in a different ad set. I might even do that in a different campaign, but I would definitely do it in a different ad set. I wouldn't do it in a different ad, and I wouldn't use this option down here. If I wanted to specifically run campaigns for stories and reels. Now, this one is not specifically for anything. This is just a testing campaign. This is just my first run, my first test. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with this same video. The vertical one might look a little bit better, but it might not. It might not look any different. Depends on, I think for this sake, because I have a square video, I think actually right here you can see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not going to really do anything, no good to upload my portrait one. The portrait one's going to come in play for specific use cases. We're not even going to use that here. In this demo, we're just sticking with the square video because it's going to look good in most places. I highly suggest just using square videos for the most part. They're going to always look good in most places. Okay. Now for the copy, we're going to go and grab that original text that we had. I'm just going to paste it right here. Rex love this toy so much. Remember, it's the same as the voiceover. They're going to read it. They're going to hear it. It's the same. Whether they have their volume on or not doesn't matter because we have the same copy. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and leave that there. Sometimes you could put little emojis. So I'm just going to click right here in the front and just click this little emoji button. And let's just see if there's anything for any doggies right here. It looks like there's some cats right here. Where's our doggies at? All right, I selected this little doggy emoji. And over here, for some reason, it looks like a cat. I don't know, I'm on my Windows PC right now, so those emojis look a little weird. But yeah, you can decide if you want to use emojis or not. I typically like to because it looks good. It captures people's attention. You just don't want to get too tacky with them, okay? So for the sake of this demo, I just took it off. And down here, you could add more text options. We're not going to do that. We have a headline right here, and that's going to go right down here. And what I like to do is do something that's going to capture their attention, like dog toy for soccer, or actually soccer ball dog toy. Just, very simple, very straightforward, what it is, right? Now, I think right here you can see it's appearing and then disappearing. I think for videos and most formats, it's just not going to show there. If you're using an image, that's where it will show. What I'll also do is I'll put an emoji of a soccer ball. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, I have my headline in there, and I don't know if I showed you this, but you could click around over here and see what it looks like in the different placements. And if there's any placements that you don't want, you can go back over to your ad set and you can remove them, okay? So we're just gonna go click on this first one, which is the Facebook news feed. So that's probably the most popular one, other than stories and reels are actually getting a lot more popular now. But Facebook feeds is still probably the best, or most viewed, I guess I should say. Most popular is where people are spending most of their time. So we want to make sure that that's the one that looks good. Okay. All right. So now for the description, this is going to be down here at the bottom. And what I would typically like to do is take something that is, I have highlighted in my ad copy up here. I like to reiterate it down here. So only 47 left. Get yours, or claim yours now. Claim yours now. Something like that. Okay. Now you can get more creative in your ad copy. That's totally up to you. I suggest trying to be fun and resonate with your audience as much as you possibly can. So I could say, something I could do a play on words with, like, maybe dogs like to bark, or dogs like to whatever, they're furry, they're your whatever. You could take words or terminology from your niche and bring them into your ad copy, into your headlines, into your descriptions and all that. But for the sake of demo, I'm not going to do that. Now if you want help with that, get into the training, get into the more advanced training. Okay. Call to action down here. This will have a button, especially if you're using video, or photo ads. It'll have a little button down here. Otherwise, it's going to be the call to action in some of these other formats. So what I'm going to do is learn more, order now. I like order now. I go back and forth between order now and learn more. I think for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to click on order now. And if you click on just any of these, you can see right here, that button is what changes. And if I go over here and go to learn more, boom, it's going to refresh it, reformat it, and now it has a learn more button. So that's what that is for. I'm just going to go ahead and click on order now. And for the website, you're just going to put in the website directly to your product page. Never use your main website. Always go to the product page. If you don't go to the product page, you're going to lose 75% of your customers. 75% of the people that would buy from you, and I'm just making up some random number that is probably close to being realistic, but a large number of the people that were going to buy from you, if you just take them over to their homepage, you're going to lose them because they're not going to see what it was that they clicked on the ad for. So if they're seeing this in the ad and they click over and they see something else, they see a whole website full of other stuff, and they have to go shop. They don't want to do that. But if you take them over to the actual product page, you're going to have content on that product page, and you're going to have to get into our advanced trainings on e-commerce to learn about how to build a good product page. But if you take them over to your product page, they don't have to look. They just get to read. They get to see what that product is all about. Okay, so you want to make sure you take them right over to your product page. So we'll add that in there. And then depending on what that URL looks like, you might want to shorten it down here. So if I have, www.doggytoys.com, up here it might say www.doggytoys.com/product/soccer ball dog toys 76543, whatever, right? It might be a long URL. This display URL or display link keeps it looking pretty, right? And it's good for branding. So I always use the display URL, okay? And then we're not gonna do anything else right here because, well, we're not using any of those settings. So now we have our ad copy set up. We're actually done. We're done here. We could go through and add in the URL parameters. I'm not gonna do that now, but I will show you how or what I do. You have your campaign source, medium, and campaign name, and your campaign content. Your campaign source, I'm going to choose usually my campaign name, and then my campaign medium, I'm going to choose my ad set, and so on and so forth. I'll just select different elements from my ad so that it passes those on as URL parameters to my website, which then I use Google Analytics or a lot of other tracking tools out there, but typically Google Analytics, and you can see more details about who came to your website, who's purchasing, and all that good stuff based on your ad set, your ad set, and your campaign. Those settings, they're all variables, and you could pull those different variables from in here. Okay, so I'm not going to go over that. That's we could spend a half hour on that alone. So you're gonna have to get into the advanced training if you want to learn about that. But I do suggest that you test these out and use them. All right. So now that we're done with that, we have everything done. What you can do now, I have errors in here. I haven't set this ad account up. This is just for demo purposes, so I haven't set it all up. But normally what you would do is you would click on Publish. And when you click on Publish, it's going to bring up this window. Well, not this window. It's going to bring up another window that is going to show you what it is publishing. And you're just going to go ahead and click Continue or Confirm or Publish or whatever the button is. And it's going to upload. Once it's uploaded, then it will be over here in your ads manager. And you'll have right here, instead of in draft, it will say in review. And once it's approved, it will say approved, and it'll start running immediately if you haven't set a time or a date. We set a time and a date. We started it the next day at midnight. So if it's approved, 10 o'clock, 10:30 or whatever, we whatever time it is, in the day, it's gonna wait until that time, the midnight that we set it for. Okay. So that's it. That's all. And let's just say that you created a bunch of different campaigns in here. You could click right here, review and publish, and it'll publish all of them at the same time. Okay. So anyways, that's it. That's all. We went over everything for the setup. Nothing changes from here other than just testing the minor details. And that's where you're really going to want to get into the advanced training. So I hope to see you guys inside of there. But I do have one last video I'm going to go over, and that is going to be metrics. So how to look at your campaign and know what it is you're looking at. How do you know if you have a winning campaign, right? So let's see how that looks. Let's jump over into that video now.